now, since it's the first partnership with a Filipino producer, it will definitely open doors for us, especially for those that want to, of course, not just showcase Philippine cinema here, but also abroad. So it's not just a welcome change, but it's something that we should celebrate as Filipinos as well.
Thank you, congrats guys.
Very hopeful indeed. Thank you very much. Now, speaking of the cast, we now have with Direct Derek, Miss Gloria Diaz. Please help me welcome Miss Gloria Diaz, everybody. Para sa mga friends natin dito, nakasama natin ngayon.
Thank you very much for all of you coming here to support us, right, Piolo, Janella. We know it's a good movie. So, well, I've been talking to the director, diba? So, we're happy that you're all here. Thank you.
We're happy you're here also, Miss Gloria. Now, let's continue on with our questions. Now, let's call in G. Trilliana of Malaya.
Hi. Hello, good afternoon. Good evening na pala. Yes. Good evening. This is for Mr. Brian. You posted about this, and I just really want to know how it feels to be in the same league as Aquaman and Wonka, that you are going to be distributed by the same company as those two.
Yeah, hello. Actually, isa lang lagi natatandaan ko na lagi paulit-ulit sinasabi sa akin ng boss ko. You have to work hard, you have to work smart, and make sure that you always do good because it's about the gift of grace. Pag hindi binigay sa'yo, hindi binigay sa'yo. Kahit gano'ng kasipag, kahit gano'ng kakatalino, kahit gano'ng kabait, pag hindi binigay sa'yo, binigay sa'yo. And I think Warner is a blessing to Malayari, to all of us that is involved in this film. Yung pakiramdam po namin, actually, simula po nung umpisa kami nag-present kay Sir Rico, talaga pong kabado kami up to the last minute because we really have to work out every detail para po may sakatuparan yung partnership namin with Warner Brothers. And you know how sensitive and of course international standard ng Warner Brothers. We even put their logos on all of our materials. Ay talagang siyempre sensitibo sila dyan. That's why talagang ang dami namin pinagdaanan legal na bagay. But currently, I'm really overjoyed na talagang natapos namin at sa wakas talagang ma-partner dito sa Malayari because actually the film also deserves the brand of Warner Brothers.
Congratulations. Of course, for Malyari himself, how did it feel when you saw the poster or the image beside Wonka and Aquaman? How was it like?
More than the Wonka and Aquaman, when I saw the logo of Warner Brothers dun sa opening credits, I was like, pwede pala, posible pala. So I'm really ecstatic, to be given this chance to showcase Philippine cinema and have Warner Brothers as a partner, not just here, but to be shown abroad. Malaking responsibility yun kay Gary mo, but at the same time, it's not just an honor, but it's a privilege to be able to be part of something this big and to be tapped by Warner Brothers. Kasi syempre, brand yan eh. But it just gives a certain sense of international brand to it. So we're really thankful and honored to be in this partnership.
Thank you. And for Mr. Gonzalez, can you share some of the plans for Malyari? Yung mga pwede nyo lang na i-disclose na ngayon.
Okay, first of all,
first, I would like to echo first what Brian said, that there were certain rules that we needed to follow. And I'm happy to say, to share with everybody that Mentor Productions was able to provide all the requirements that Warner Brothers has required from them. And as Ms. Gloria just said, it's not just a good movie, it's really a very good movie.
Wow.
So I'm very happy to be part as instrumental in making Warner Bros. Release this movie For now, it's a theatrical distribution first in the Philippines. And hopefully I'll be going to see Asia, and hopefully I'll be able to pitch this movie to our colleagues, at least for the Asian region, and eventually some other territories and Warner Brothers is releasing a movie. So we'll go from here.
And for Mr. Santos, how did it feel like seeing your writing, your wonderful creation magnified on screen, or how translated on screen?
I've been working naman in cinema for several years.
Malyari
even decades,
specifically.
Decades, I've seen Piolo in So yes, but it's a different thrill because as you can see with the industry, when things got tough, COVID and everything, and they basically shut down, people started becoming afraid to produce riskier, more creative, more daring films. And then here comes Mentorque and tells us, pwede nyo gawin yan. What? Sabi namin ni Derek, pwede ba ito gawin? Yes, you can do that. Sabi namin, mahirap to. There are 3 stories in one, and the demands are different and difficult. And frankly, I'd like to believe, modesty aside, na pang world class siya, pero baka hindi kaya ng bulsa ng Pinoy. But Brian said, we'll do it, we'll risk it all para mabigay ang something that Filipinos can be proud of, that we are brave enough to bring outside. So that's a different thrill. To see something in the big screen na I can show the world, or we can all show the world and say that, hey, like Piolo said, this is Philippine cinema, and if you give us the chance, we'll do it. And thankfully, Warner gave us the chance.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, G. Now let's move on to Natalie Tomada of Philippine Star.
Natalie.
Hello, first of all, congratulations to the Mentor and Wonderful Brothers on this partnership. Okay, my first question for Mr. Rico Gonzalez. What ultimately convinced you to return to distributing local films through Malyari? Kasi I learned na 2003 pa pala yung last that you attempted to.
Paella. Paella.
No, the first Filipino movie that Warner Bros. Released was Munting Kimi from way back with Alessandro De Rossi. And then, sabi nga ni Brian kanina, ang favorite line ni Brian during our meeting, the stars have aligned. My version is, some things are meant to happen. So, when my bosses from regional office came over a few months ago, the new directives given to me was to look out for local movies that will be worth our while. And then, a week after, like somehow he read that conversation between me and my boss, Sir Enrico, whom I know from my days in Star Cinema and ABS-CBN, called me up, asked me if Warner Brothers is open to the idea of distributing local film. And then I told him, para namang narinig yung usapan namin. So, we set up a meeting, they pitched the project. I knew about the project as it was announced a few months back, as early as May. I knew it was a Piolo project based on the first documented race killer in the country. So I was aware of it, and then when it was pitched to me, I got more interested. But I told Brian that we have several requirements before we agree to anything. And the last one was to watch the film. So I was able to view the movie, and really good. I'm happy with the performances of the cast. And you've seen nothing like this. This is a different horror movie. Mahirap magbuhat ng sariling bangko, di ba? But Warner Brothers will not put our logo, our stamp of approval to a movie that is not worth it. Sabi niya sa akin, should be worth our while. And this is definitely more than worth our while. So,
Okay, I wanna ask about the making of this poster. Kasi nag-drop na siya and hindi namin nakilala si Papa P dito. So,
Hindi mo talaga makikilala dito.
Oo.
Ako nga, hindi ko nakilala.
so can you just share na lang how was the making of?
One thing I'm grateful for was actually they didn't tell me I was coming from a month-long vacation because I had to really prep myself for the movie. So I read the script, did it in one pass, and upon arriving, the next day shooting na kami, and that's the only time I found out I had an acting coach. Meaning, all the 3 timelines had to be taken every shooting day. So, very specific. My director was very specific. He knew what he wanted, and he would tell my acting coach, Tita Angie Castrense, in every scene, before every scene, we'd study it, we'd backtrack, and we'd, meron kaming acto for each character. So it was really hard, but it was a blessing because we shot it parang, not naman dire-diretso, but at that time, because of course we were pressed for deadline, but it really worked to our advantage because the vision was there. My director knew what he wanted. The producer gave us everything. Mentorque gave us everything that the DOP, the director wanted, and everything required. And the first thing actually, if I may share that, the first thing I asked was when they pitched it, how much is the production value? What is the production value of the film? And when they told me, hindi naman sky is the limit, pero sabi nila, gagawin natin. I mean, tapping Warner Brothers and this and that. It was hard, but it was more than worth it. Kasi, as an artista, ang sarap gumawa ng ganitong pelikula na kailangan, kung ano man yung kailangan, ibibigay. So, you'll be proud of it. It was a challenge, but at the same time, it was a wonderful experience if I may speak on everybody's behalf. Everyone gave their A game because this is something really special for all of us. Not just for all of us, but for Philippine cinema for that matter.
Thank you so much. And
Thanks, Nat.
congratulations.